is the awesome news. I'm Gemini, the flabbergastic insensation the third. Our top story tonight comes to us from Washington, D.C., where the House has approved a lawsuit against President Obama, and we have security footage of his reaction, which we'll go to right now. President Porch Monkey, sir.
Yes, son.
We've just received word that John Boner is going to be suing you for abuse of executive power.
That Boner's really an erect dick. I think they need to, Congress, stop hating all the time. Drinking all that haterade. Why don't you drink Kool-Aid? Be hip like the president. Everyone's always asking me, you're abusing your power. Can you? Well, can you shut the fuck up? Can you do that, son? We're not going to have this conversation unless you can shut the fuck up. Go ahead, do it. Do it.
And I'm Theodore Wilkinson. Wow, President Obama abusing his power, huh? I think the only thing he's abused are pauses in speeches.
I certainly agree. If anything, if he's going to be sued for anything, it should just be for being so damn sexy.
Hot damn it, you're right, Jebediah. Speaking of being sexy, a teenager's fantasy has finally come true. And Jebediah has the story for you.
That's right. This next story comes to us from Maryland, where 14-year-old Morgan Arnold was arrested for having her boyfriend stab her father to death. Morgan, at the time of her arrest, was quoted saying, "I'm glad he's dead." Upon examination of her mental health, it was determined that she had a history of ADHD, depression, and anxiety. In other words, she's a woman. We have security footage of her arrest, which we'll go to right now.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Well, I will say, I think it's very impressive that she's so ambitious at such a young age. She's getting her goals accomplished early.
I wholeheartedly concur. When I was 14, I could never accomplish killing my dad.
Speaking of people who have no fathers, Theodore's got a story for you right here.
Yep. Aaron McGruder, creator of the Boondocks, not to be confused with the Boondock Saints, those Irish guys, no, about little black kids, has come under some outrage from Christian groups over his new show called Black Jesus. We have some footage of the show, which we'd like to show you right now.
Yo, nigga, let me get some of that motherfucking weed.
Hell nah, nigga. You done smoked all my food.
Yo, motherfucker, don't you realize that I'm down for your motherfucking sins, motherfucker?
Did that hurt your vaginas? Well, it certainly has hurt a lot of Christian vaginas. Millions of Christian vaginas are bleeding like Virgin Mary all over the Holy Cross. And here's what they had to say about Black Jesus.
This is an outrage.
Well, that was the reaction of many Christians. That totally wasn't a scene from The Last Samurai, if you were wondering that. They've actually started to petition Adult Swim, and I have a copy of their petition letter. Let me go ahead and read this for you. It says, "Dear Adult Swim, please cancel this blasphemous TV show," even though it hasn't aired yet. "I find it very offensive and racist as well, even though it's fiction. This is disgusting. Please do not air this show. We are fags. Christianity rocks." Speaking of faggots, you gonna be fucking a homo in a hotel room anytime soon? Well, you might want to think twice about that, and Jebediah's got a story for you.
This next story comes to us from New Jersey, where a rotting corpse has been found under the bed in a motel. Medical examiners determined that the body had been under the bed for approximately 5 years, but somehow nobody in the motel noticed. The statement from the motel said that they don't check under the beds, but that they just vacuum around the edges. We have security footage of the body being discovered, which we'll go to right now. Wow, that's some pretty shocking footage. And we also managed to get an interview with some Peter who works there, and we'll go ahead and go to that right now.
10 years at this hotel, and my manager, he tells me every day, please, here. These gloves, they used to be blanco, now they're rojo.
Yo dear, You know, whoever left that dead body underneath the bed, do you think that they saw a sign outside the motel that said dead nigger storage?
No, because storing dead niggers ain't my fucking business. And I don't need someone to tell me how good the coffee is.
Absolutely not. And you know, speaking of dead niggers, Theodore's got a story for you right here.
I do. Alright, I'm gonna make this pretty plain and simple. In Florida, on a beach, a plane had to make an emergency landing, and it crashed and killed a man and critically has injured his daughter. The pilot was not Jebediah DeFlep Chip the Third, and we have security footage of this crash, which we'll go to right now.
You know, I knew I shouldn't have flown this plane without putting any fuel in it, and also without being a pilot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make an emergency crash landing on this beach over here.
Wow. You know that the guy that died and, you know, his girl that's critically injured? If that was 9/11, they would have been the Twin Towers.
Oh my God. Well, you know, speaking of Twin Towers, that's it for the show tonight.
Thanks for tuning into the awesome news. We'll see you next week. I'm Theodore Wilkinson.
And I'm Jebediah the Flabber Johnson again. Have a great night.